Watch this before you invest your hard-earned money into that business with high returns, high dividend. Because it could turn out to be a Ponzi scheme. What is a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme is an investment fraud that pays older investors with funds collected from new investors. That is, a Ponzi scheme is an investment scam that pays early investors with money taken from later investors, creating an illusion of big profits. An illusion of successful investment. Did you take note of the words scam, fraud in Ponzi scheme definition? Yes, Ponzi schemes are scams, fraud. This investment fraud pays existing investors with funds collected from new investors. So a growing number of victims are always needed to pay out the supposed profits being distributed to earlier investors. The problem with this is that when the flow of new investors slows or stops, the scammer would become unable to pay out the supposed profits. This is when the Ponzi scheme collapses. And if large number of investors withdraw their funds, the scheme will collapse. Another reason fraudulent scheme collapse is that authorities might shut it down. A Ponzi scheme is never sustainable, it would definitely crash. Ponzi schemes are illegal and can result in severe financial losses for investors. So why invest in a scheme that is definitely gonna collapse and lose your money? How can one know if an investment scheme is fraudulent, a Ponzi? Here are a few tips in determining if an investment plan is a scam. If there's emphasis on recruitment of new investors, it's a Ponzi. If there's lack of transparency or unclear investment strategy, if you do not see nor understand how the profit is made, it could be a Ponzi. If there's unusual high unrealistic returns, it may be Ponzi. If there's no physical address, it could be a Ponzi. Some of these scammers go as far as listing fake address. Thanks to Google Map and Truecaller, you can verify a company's physical address and contact information. If there's difficulty withdrawing funds, your capital and your profit, and difficulty getting information, it could be Ponzi. If the scheme is unregistered or unlicensed, run. If you are pressured to invest quickly, it could be a Ponzi. If the investment has a multi-level marketing (MLM) structure, it's a Ponzi. If the supposed product that generates the profit is not produced by the investment company, it's likely a fraud. If there's story that several big organizations merge to form the investment scheme, giving the illusion of a strong sustainable investment scheme, it could be a Ponzi. Search the internet for the names of the so-called big organization to know how long it has existed, if it is well known, licensed, and its address. Check online reviews and warnings concerning the investment scheme. But beware of online write-ups and reviews by investors who try to sweet-mouth others to join. If they have no clear investment strategy, run. Trust your instincts. If you are uncomfortable or have doubts, do not invest. If an investment seems too good to be true or has these warning signs, it is likely a scam. Always prioritize caution whether the person telling you about the investment scheme is a family member or a friend. It is possible that they themselves do not know that the investment scheme is a scam and may be recruiting you because of the huge profit. Make a thorough research before investing. Ponzi schemes are illegal and can result in severe financial losses for investors, as can be seen in the case of a retiree couple. Let's call them Mr. and Mrs. Mazda. Mr. and Mrs. Mazda were retirees who were hoping to supplement their income. When Mr. Mazda's cousin told him about an investment scheme with high returns on investment, he quickly embraced the idea. His cousin added that he would earn whether he recruited someone or not. He loved the idea the more. He and his wife invested hugely into the investment. They were happy when they received return on investment the first month, second month, third month. By December, the fourth month of their investment, the interest delayed. By March of the next year, they still haven't got the fourth month return on investment, neither could they get their capital. That was when it dawned on them that they have been scammed, that they have lost their life savings, forcing them to rely on family for support. This ruined the relationship between Mr. Mazda and his cousin. So always research thoroughly and seek advice from financial professionals before investing. With these tips you should be able to scrutinize any investment scheme that comes your way. You should be able to tell if a business deal is fraudulent or genuine. Since the 1920s, when Charles Ponzi popularized a fraudulent scheme named after him, Ponzi schemes have lived down to this day. Hoard your money viciously, so you do not lose it to thieving scammers.